Guys, back again. Following on from yesterday's power of expectation, where we learned to harness the power by visualizing deliberately both the negatives of our addictive behavior, along with the positives of a new healthy way of living. It makes sense to continue with the next step on the journey, which is to intentionally determine what interests us, what it is we actually like doing before this addiction took over our lives, what emotional needs are missing that caused us to resort to this artificial means of so-called pleasure, and then putting in place a plan to permanently make the changes necessary. So yeah, this is step 2, transforming our lifestyle. So if you are like most people with an addiction, you likely have found that your circle of friends has been reduced to mainly people just like you who share that same tendency, that same addiction. So in order to break away and avoid relapse, this obviously will have to change. So the first change then would be to get back out into the wider world, make social contact again, find new activities, join clubs or groups, or rejoin previous communities you were involved in and enjoyed. Volunteer if you have found that giving back and being involved in your community are among the emotional needs that you realized were missing. By the way, for any of you that are new to my ramblings on emotional health, I'm happy to share an emotional needs audit, which will help you to determine just what needs are missing in your life, so you know where to focus your attention first when prioritizing just what to do when you start planning this new life without that crutch. So yeah, just PM me and I'm happy to send you a copy. Now, depending on the results from that audit, after social contact, you would then look at the other areas that may need improvement. That could be dealing with insecurity, for example, in your relationship, in your home, your environment, maybe in your employment, your workplace. Or perhaps it's a lack of intimacy. Maybe it's a feeling of not feeling appreciated, or a sense of achievement, or more likely a lack of a sense of achievement, which then leads to low self-esteem. Maybe it's a lack of purpose. They're the emotional needs. Obviously, with addiction, there's often physical needs that have been neglected as well. We go into that in the program as well. So that's the obvious ones, like your nutrition, sleep, exercise, etc. In transforming our lifestyle away from addiction, habit, dependence, coping mechanism, or whatever you want to call your current way of surviving, you need to take an honest look at all those areas of your life, analyze what is missing, what is important to you, and then devise a plan to make the changes needed. This is how you make the choice to leave addiction behind, a permanent one. Because once you manage to make those changes, the need for an artificial means of pleasure becomes obsolete. Of course, you might say it's one thing knowing all of this, but implementing it is a whole other ballgame. And that's why I created the Inner Focus to Recover program. But what can you do if you haven't yet joined? Well, firstly, you need to practice the power of expectation that I explained yesterday, and do that either alongside or after doing an audit of your emotional needs. In order to do these successfully, though, as in being able to practice the visualizations in power of expectation, and also to take an honest, objective look at your emotional needs, you will likely need to learn how to relax. As what I have found with most people relying on an external substance or activity is that they are highly strung, anxious, emotionally aroused. So you will need to learn how to relax, how to calm the mind so that the rational part of your brain can help you make smarter decisions. Now, you can do this through breathing techniques, meditation, mindfulness, hypnosis, and exercises such as yoga. In my program, you will listen to my self-hypnosis regain calm session, designed just to do just that, I should say, as in regain calm. But there are many tools available, free tools available to you online, so I won't go into them. Once calm and audit in hand, it's time to make decisions, prioritize, and commit to taking action. Practice the power of expectation visualizations regularly, both the negatives of your addiction and the positives of getting clean. Take positive steps towards getting your needs met, and importantly, avoid any situations or triggers that may tempt you to relapse while you're working towards this new, better version of you. The you that basically, what am I saying? The you that you were always meant to be. That's it. In tomorrow's video, we will learn exactly how to do that in step 3. So until then, cheers and have a good one.